Lawn Gnome. Welcome back to another DCU update. And this is definitely an interesting one, I think, because we're going to be talking about one of the newest things to be offered from Warner Brothers and DC Animation, and it is definitely something different, something unique. But I guess the question at the end of the day is, how does it place itself amongst the rest of the DC animated world that pretty much began with Bruce Timm and Company's Batman the Animated Series? Even though there is no connection to that original storyline, we're talking about the newest Adult Swim show, the DC animated show My Adventures with Superman, which is a brand new spin on the iconic character who is celebrating his 85th anniversary this year, and it is Superman with an anime twist. Yes, you heard me correctly. Superman with an anime twist. Now, there have been a couple of attempts in recent years to actually give us some DC animation with an anime twist. We had the Batman film that was based around the Christopher Nolan trilogy, which was connecting Batman Begins and The Dark Knight with 6 interconnecting shorts, and we even had the very not well accepted Batman Ninja, myself included. I did not really enjoy that one, and even though this is not true anime, it is very much in the anime spirit. We just had Justice League Ruby Part 1, and Part 2 is coming out in October, and I, as a Ruby fan and as a DC fan, really did enjoy that one. I had a good time with it. But this is definitely its own animal. It is the story of Clark and his roommate, Jimmy Olsen, and how they officially start working as interns at the Daily Planet, and of course, Clark meets up with Lois Lane, and you obviously know what's supposed to happen there, and of course, it is about Clark trying to manage his personal life, his budding relationship with Lois, keeping his friendship tight with Jimmy, and of course, trying to be the brand new hero of Metropolis, Superman, taking on the big baddies, and some of them are very much hot on Superman's trail because they believe that he is going to be the downfall of the entire human race. So, I definitely will say, now that I have seen the first season of My Adventures with Superman, I think DC Animation is at a crossroads. This was not a bad show, but it was definitely far from great. There were some moments that I was very much interested in. I really appreciated the originality. I appreciated the balance of action and humor, because if you have not been watching anime or possibly even reading manga, that is very much Manga 101. There's a very healthy blend of action and drama and romance and comedy. That's what makes anime the phenomenon it is, and that's pretty much why anime is surpassing American animation and manga is very much surpassing Western comics. But DC animation as a whole has been very much on a decline in the last couple of years. I have not truly been enjoying a lot of what they've been offering us in the DC animation library. There's been a decent amount of duds, and anything that was actually watchable or possibly even tolerable was good, but not fantastic. Also, the TV series are definitely part of that situation. I'm not going to say that it's an issue, I'm not going to say it's a bad thing, but I think right now there's a crisis going on in the world of DC Animation, and it is DC Animation trying to figure out what they are and what they're trying to be and what audience they're trying to connect with. Because the old guard is gone. Bruce Timm has very much taken himself out of the spotlight. Andrea Romano has retired. Alan Burnett has retired. A lot of the big names that we know that are linked to DC Animation are no longer here and have moved on to the next stage in their lives, respectfully. This new class, I don't really know what they want DC Animation to be, because I enjoyed Harley Quinn when it first came out, but now that we're in the 4th season, I haven't watched it yet. The 3rd season was not as strong as the first one. We also had Young Justice Phantoms, which was season 4 of the phenomenal show, and the 4th season was far from phenomenal, and I have no idea if season 5 is even coming, because I gotta admit, season 5 was probably going to be the make or break, but who knows if it's even coming back. And other than that, I just haven't really seen a truly fantastic DC animated series or a DC animated film. I haven't even seen a truly great DC live action film for the longest of times. So, along with my adventures with Superman, I just don't know. I would probably say that if you are a Superman fan, you might not appreciate this as much as you are a manga/anime fan. Like I said, it's got great animation, it's got a great sense of humor, it's got some really great moments, but as a whole, it's okay. I even really was impressed by some of the takes they had on the villains. Wasn't really too happy about the fact that they tweaked a couple of them because, look, this is not really a spoiler. DC fans, you know who Dr. Ivo is. He's not Parasite. No, he's not. He's not at all. But, the takes on other big names like the Silver Banshee and Heatwave and Livewire, very interesting and unique takes. Also love the take on Amanda Waller. And I did enjoy this version of Clark, aka Superman. I really did enjoy him, and I liked his dynamic with Lois and Jimmy. I thought that there were some really great moments. I have to say that piece, but as a whole, it's okay. I don't even know if there's going to even be a second season. Not that many people in the comic book community have really been talking about it, so I don't really know how they've perceived it. But as far as I'm concerned, it's alright. I don't foresee wanting to pick this season up on DVD or Blu-ray if it does in fact come out. I mean, you can watch it on Max right now, or Adult Swim if you prefer. And they're not even sure, meaning the powers that be over at DC, they have no idea when or if the second season is even going to come out. They haven't really talked much about the ratings, so I'm curious. And I'm curious about each and every one of you. Have you seen My Adventures with Superman? What did you think about it? Is it a show that interested you? And with what's coming down the pike, I'm even more skeptical. I mean, the fact that they're making a series about Kite Man from the Harley Quinn universe, and it's titled Kite Man, hell yeah. I don't think I can even watch a series that Kite Man carries, because I think that what makes Kite Man in the Harley Quinn series is not something that you can really take in large doses. This is something that you just need bit by bit, and you need him to show up in the show from time to time. I just don't think that Kite Man is going to be able to carry a series. Will I give the pilot a shot? Well, yeah, because I do like Kite Man and Harley Quinn. I find him funny. I also really appreciate the origin story of why he says hell yeah, but I just don't really have high hopes for that series. And I know that there's some other DC animated series coming down the pike. Don't really know how I feel about those either. As well as the new DC animated movies that are coming out in 2024. Very impressed with the titles, but really, really skeptical about their execution. But until then, we're just going to have to wait and see. So, please, comment in the box below, everybody. My Adventures with Superman. What'd you think? And I will see you guys in the next one. If you enjoyed the video you just watched, feel free to leave a comment. Also, feel free to subscribe if you want to be up to date with our latest videos. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next one. Actions speak louder than words.